right? And then you say
Swap deal. How much is your first wholesale deal?
was that
How much is your first wholesale deal?
the first wholesale deal I made in assignment fees $10,000? Yes.
10 G's. Okay. Where did that lead came from?
The lead came from I had online marketing that I was doing,
Okay.
and a self-motivated seller reached out to me, and that was the background. It came from online marketing. Yes.
Okay. When you say online marketing, dude, are you talking about SEO or PPC or website? Or what are we talking about?
SEO. So this is, I think this falls under SEO, where I have subscribed to a service provider who has taken my
Okay.
details in terms of my interest in like this San Antonio area is where I'm focusing on in my first phase.
Got it.
And they have my business entity name and my phone number, business phone number, email account, and a CRM setup that they provided.
Cool.
And so I started doing it. I subscribed to this type of marketing about 4 weeks ago, and about a week into it, I started getting a few leads. And one of the leads was this one. It was an inheritance, and
Okay.
the family didn't want to keep the house for budgeting purposes,
Okay.
and they fortunately the person was the sole executor, so it became easier to sort out things.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how long did it take you to close on the deal?
uh 15 days, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yes.
3 weeks. Got it. 3 weeks, 10 G's.
Yes. 3
Now,
weeks.
dude, when did you start? When did you actually got into wholesaling? So what I want to know is how long did it took you to close your first deal? Like yeah,
Yeah, first
from
time I
yeah.
started thinking about dabbling into it was in July of this year, and
Okay.
we had some personal commitments that I had to sort out and whatnot. But really, I wholeheartedly spend about 2 to 4 hours every day about a
Okay.
month and a half ago.
Okay. So 2 to 4 hours a day. And what were you doing?
2 to 4 type of activities. Yeah. So I was going through driving for dollars, like
Okay.
using public county records to down select for pre-foreclosure leads,
Nice.
probate vacancies or vacant houses, city violations or city liens. None of them actually generated like a deal for me. Like it
Okay.
generated leads, but not necessarily deal. So I started investigating whether there are ways to see if people can be self-motivated to reach me, right? To make sure that there is a pull both ways and not just me knocking on the doors, right?
Right.
And that's what helped me so far at this point with this particular first deal. Yes. Yeah. So
Gotcha. Okay.
I've been like researching. I moved to San Antonio a couple of years ago from Illinois, and I wanted to do like a couple of purposes. Wanted to understand the area, so wholesaling really helped like understand the whole area properly, to just get hands dirty a little bit, just to make sure. But online branch is what so far the first success I've gotten is because of the online work. Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay. So the deal came from SEO, and how much money do you spend on SEO?
$200.
So you spent $200 to make 10,000.
Yes.
Gotcha, dude. Now, so you talk about where this deal came from already. Now, let me ask you this, dude. How many sellers did you talk to actually land this deal?
How many sellers did I talk to? Okay,
Just a
so
rough
just
number.
like statistically speaking,
Yep.
if I just combine everything, like driving for dollars, knocking on the
Yep.
door, phone
Yep.
calls, and everything, I don't know. I think it is probably several hundreds.
Gotcha.
Several
So,
hundreds. Probably, I think it is, I should say, let's just round it up to 500.
okay. So you got about 500 no's before you got a yes.
Like just start from day zero to
Yep.
now. And
Good.
on my day zero, like day one, I
Yep.
had actually knocked on the door on a
Yep.
lady here, not very far from where I live. And she had answered my questions, did a 20 minutes one-on-one fun conversation by my first knock, and it went into deal negotiation, but she was shopping around and she went with a higher offer. So on the day one, I was getting a really good success, and then there was a flat plateau after that.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha, dude. Now, here's something I know that everyone is going to ask, and there are some people that running into this issue, and I think you're the perfect person to ask this
yeah,
question.
yeah,
Because of our language barrier, right? Because English is our second language, and with your accent,
yeah.
did it hold you back? Like, obviously, it didn't hold you back,
Sure.
right? But were there issue when it comes to talking to seller? Were they coming off thinking that you're a scammer, this and all that, dude?
I did not come across. Did not receive a comment in scams, right? No, I didn't get any responses like, "Hey,
Okay,
you're a scammer," right? No, I
good.
didn't receive that. Um, I one of the local investors here that I was trying to get some similar education from. He did give me some feedback that you may come across as like outsider for the local
Yep.
community. So what I did is I actually just made sure the basics are followed, like wearing a good clothes, like decent clothes, not like safari and blazer, but just decent jeans and shirt, good iron
Right.
shirt, right? And just knock on the door and just maintain distance and just have the conversation. S- uh, uh, I was a little surprised. It's a valid point that runs in the back of my mind
Yep.
always. But I was a little surprised that no one actually asked me for pardon me, excuse me, what are you talking about? No one asked me that so far, but it is there always at the back of my mind. Maybe that's why
Right.
people have not asked, that I'm a bit more careful about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
And
mean,
as
I
usually the
think
name, first name is when I
yeah,
say I slow down and I just make sure that I repeat it twice by default.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, bro, have you so you go and meet seller, so you're there in person, so so it's a little bit different if you were to do it over the phone. So have you talked to the seller over the phone, and have they thought that, hey, you're like a scammer or someone from another country?
I have all this, even the first deal that now I have done, um, all of them, I spoke with them on phone first.
Gotcha.
I did phone, and then I
Yep.
leave a voicemail if they don't pick up,
Got
and
it.
then leave a very small, brief voicemail. And then I
Got it.
text them saying that, hey, I just left you a voicemail. Let me know if you have
Cool.
listened to it or you want to just respond on text. And I have um, I have not received. I don't know whether people are too kind. Maybe that I
I
have not
gotcha.
received somebody who is like saying like, "Hey, you don't sound right," or
Right.
yeah. So far,
Gotcha,
the
dude.
worst I have received is like, "You're one of those low baller wholesalers."
Ah, gotcha.
It just
Okay.
happened like day before yesterday, or sorry, yesterday. This was a
Gotcha.
self-motivated person trying to sell his house.
I got you, bro.
Picked up the call immediately. Doesn't want to share any details about the condition of the property. Doesn't want to send any details about what he expects for the sale. And he just kept saying that, "Oh, you're one of the other low ballers." So I was like,
Gotcha.
"Okay, but you're not sending me any details about what you want for the property."
Right.
But
So, hey, dude. So, where do you wholesale out of?
San Antonio.
San Antonio. So, let me ask about the price range. So, what is the medium house price around that area?
So around this area, so there are different quadrants in San Antonio.
Yep.
Like in the northeast, northwest San Antonio,
Yep.
250, 300K.
Okay. So it's a good market. Okay. Good. Gotcha.
And
Okay.
then
So,
southwest San Antonio has about from anywhere from 75 to 150K.
okay. And this is in California, right? San
No,
Antonio,
no,
California.
San Antonio.
So I'm sorry. San Antonio, Texas.
Yes, San Antonio, Texas. Yes,
My
South
bad, dude.
Texas.
Gotcha,
Uh,
gotcha. My bad. Okay, so let's talk about this particular deal that you just did here. What was the ARV of the property?
The ARV of the property was 330K.
330,000. Okay,
Yeah.
and what did you estimate the rehab was to be?
Estimated rehab was about 30 to 40K.
So 30 to 48,000. How big is the house?
House is about 3,000 square feet.
Wow. Okay, it's a pretty big house.
Yeah,
How?
little less than 3,000. Yes,
Okay, how many bedroom and bathroom?
3 bedroom, 1.5 bath.
Okay, so three bed. Okay, so three bed, one bath, less than 3,000 square feet. And what do you got under contract for?
I got it under contract for 195K.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah.
and you wholesaled for 20. Now I want to know, man, when you got under contract for 195, what did the seller well, what was the asking price?
Seller was asking for 275.
Oh, dude, now you got to tell me, how did you get the seller to come down from 275 to 195, bro?
Yeah, I mean, of course, this is going to be only one time first experience. So I'm hoping that it comes like hundreds of them, like you do. But the first experience, this experience is going to remain for a while. I actually gave him a text summary of I have 4 buyers that have given me their responses, and 2 of the 4 buyers came in a ballpark number. Like they all have come up with 200 to 210 as a possible offer, and there are 2 buyers who came with very low number, 160 and 170K. Right.
Okay, so wait, hold on.
So I
So
summarized it for him.
right, so I want people to understand. So at this time, you don't have the property in the contract. You just fishing it out to your buyer. Hey, I potentially have a deal in this area. Obviously,
Yeah.
you didn't tell the buyer the address,
Yes.
but you just pretty much tell the buyer, hey. So for those of you who's watching, this is a good way to engage your buyer to so that way you have the confidence. Maybe you don't really know the market, so you have the confidence to actually go and talk and negotiate with the seller, knowing that at least that you, if you put the property in the contract, that you're going to be highly be able to sell it. So all you do is you just tell the buyer, hey, I potentially might have a property in this area. What would
Yeah.
you guys pay for a 3-bed, 1-bath, roughly about 3,000 square feet that needs about $30,000 to $40,000 in rehab, correct?
Yes.
And 4 of them, and there was 4 of them respond, but obviously 2 of them give you a ballpark about 210. You said,
Yes.
okay, got it. And then after that, what do you do?
So after that, this response I gave him like within a day after I met him, right?
The seller,
The seller. So
okay,
Thursday I met him. Friday I gave him the responses, and these were legitimate responses. I didn't make them up. I actually circulated the location and some pictures of the house, and I got responses, and I summarized it and sent it to him. So I just remained quiet through the weekend, and he came back with. Next day he dropped his price to from 275 to 250.
wait, hold on a second. Is the property listed?
Property was off market. No, it was not listed.
Okay, so it's not listed. So why did you say he went from? Wait, did you negotiate with him, or he automatically dropped from 275 to 250?
Yeah. So during the first in-person meeting,
Okay,
he said that he wanted 275.
got you. Okay,
The next day I summarized to him that there are this type of
got it.
ranges of responses I'm getting.
Got it.
Let me know what you think about things. Okay. And I'm available to respond whenever you make up your mind. On Saturday, he gave me a response that he can come down to 250K.
Got it.
I said like, okay, sounds good. Let me think about it, is what I told him. Sunday he came down to 225K.
Right, but now hold on. Did you say anything for? Did
No,
you
I did
say
not give
any?
him any responses. I said, let me think about it.
Got it. And then he automatically calls you.
Yeah, he automatically texted me.
Got
And
it.
then
Super
Sunday
motivated.
he
Okay.
came down to 225K.
Got
And
it.
then on Monday, he came down to 210. Then I
Okay.
told him like, let me bring my my buyer for a property walk.
Wait. You said you told the seller that you're gonna bring a buyer?
Yes. I said like I would bring my investor partner, not a buyer, but
Okay,
investor
got it.
partner.
Okay. So because for those of you that watch this, the reason I ask these questions, because obviously, if you're new into the game, and if I don't clear things up, then I don't want you guys to get yourself in trouble. So you're not marketing the deal like you're an agent, okay? Okay. So you're saying you're gonna bring your investor partner. Got it. Keep going.
And the way I have introduced myself always is like, I'm a home buyer, local home buyer. Me and my partners work on buying homes.
Cool.
And
Yep.
so like I will bring my investor partner for a property walk, and let's see whether we can put the property under agreement.
Okay. Got it.
And then we met with the person. I went through the whole process with him again, just to make sure that he's clear about he's agreeing with all the rehab estimates that I have come
Wait.
up with.
Correct. So you met with the seller and the buyer, so the buyer can do the walk. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
And this is this is at the top. This is you haven't got the contract. You haven't got a signed contract yet.
Yes, yeah, I
Okay,
haven't.
got it.
Yeah,
Keep going. Okay.
and then we agreed. There was some questions about like we couldn't see the roof because it was
Sure, sure,
two-story
sure,
house.
sure. Okay.
We were like, okay, if the roof becomes clear, there is no issue with the roof, then we would agree at 200K. Okay.
Okay.
If the roof has a issue of some repairs needed, then we'll drop
Okay.
the price by 500K, right?
5,000.
And
Okay.
$5,000.
Yep.
And I had my paperwork, the same papers that you had shared with me on the Twitter exchange.
Cool.
So I
Wait,
shared
wait,
with
wait,
him.
wait, wait. You have okay. So basically, you use my contract.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, go. Hold on a second, because I know people are gonna want it. So for those of you who want my contract, all right, you need a wholesaling contract. Just text it over to me, and I'll hook you up completely for free, no string attached, right? No
Mhm.
cost, no nothing.
Yeah,
Okay, because
yeah.
some people. So just text me to 1206-208-0676. Text me the word contract, and I'll send it over to you. Sorry, dude. Keep
No,
going.
no
I
problem.
apologize.
And I did the proper manual handwritten contract, and then the rest of it, all the addendums, adjustments we had to do. Like the next day, we heard that he was good with coming in middle. So 198K is what we locked the my agreement with him.
190.
198.
198. Hold on a second. Okay, so 198. Hey, so you really trust this buyer. So before you had the property under contract, you have the buyer comes out, walk with you to the property. So I suppose you trust this
Yeah.
buyer.
Yeah,
Got it.
I actually made a relationship with him through
Oh,
local
good.
real estate investment meetups. So currently my buyer lists are pretty narrow. I'm trying to grow it, but I came across 2 3 buyers who have their own bigger inventory of buyers too.
Good.
Like so
Nice.
anyway, so that's what I did. I got the property under agreement with the
Yep.
seller,
Yep.
and then I assigned the very day I did a DocuSign and assigned a contract to this buyer.
Love it.
And the title company wanted some type of corrections to be done, so after a
Yep.
week or something we had to update something things on it to adjust the dates and whatnot. So
Okay.
it's supposed to be
So
closed in 10 days, then it became 15 days.
I see. Got you. Okay. So you got it probably under contract for 198. And then since you already got the buyer to walk the property, you sell it over to the buyer for what, 202? Is it 202?
So 198 plus 10, so
Yeah.
208. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. So 208. My bad.
Yes.
Okay. So you found the buyer, assign it over for 28. So what is your earnest money between you and the seller?
Between myself and the seller, he was not too big on it. $100.
So $800 earnest money.
Yeah.
And what was the buyer deposit with you?
We didn't do any deposit. No.
Mm,
Yeah. We had
gotcha.
not
Okay.
done any deposit. Yeah.
So hey, dude, make sure in the future that the
Yes.
buyer have skin in the game. So that
Correct.
way you're covered as well. So if the buyer
Yeah.
ever backs out, you'll be able to take that money, give some to the seller, just buy more time. So
Good. Yeah.
my whole thing is, it buyer needs to have some skin in the game. Otherwise that they can walk away.
Correct. That's
Okay,
right.
got you, dude. Bro, I want to say, dude, congrats on the first deal, dude. 10 G's.
Yeah.
Bro, way to go. $200 spent, $10,000.
Thank
Way
you.
to go, dude.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
man, for those that are starting out, obviously, struggling, trying to get their first deal, what are some tips, advice, feedback that you can give to them, man?
First advice is consistency.
Mm,
Having a discipline, consistency, having reserve some time block. I know life happens, but it's important to put some consistent time. At least for me, the rule I use is like 5 out of 7 days. I have young kids, 6 and 10 years old, so they're I'm doing this pretty much as a full-time thing now. So I spend from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. more or less on these topics.
so no more JOB?
No more job. I actually started my investment journey 4 years ago
Okay.
in buying rental properties.
Oh, nice.
And so both my wife and I used to work at a W-2 job. Good job.
Okay.
It helped
Okay.
build our investments, build our savings. And then
Smart.
I built a portfolio of about 45 units.
Oh,
And
damn.
that
Okay.
that helped me release my time to do this. I was trying to figure out which next real estate journey I will get involved in. So wholesaling, because of you, by the way, because of you and a couple of other similar folks,
Appreciate it,
I
bro.
started getting into. I felt like, okay, this is something that I can do it a little bit flexibly. I
Yep.
can stop when I have to commit to my family. I can resume
Cool.
when I have to don't have to deal with any personal commitments. And so that fit the bill properly. So I started this about like 3 months ago now. Yeah.
Love it, dude. Okay, so 45 units. What I want to know is how much cash flow are you getting a month net?
Gross net
Net.
is about 18 to 20K.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Congrats to all the successes, man.
Thank you.
Awesome,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
So, I mean, one last thing is anything that you want to leave the viewer with. One last word, bro.
One last word would be do test of marketing, do as much
Mhm.
test as possible early on, and have some consistency. In addition to consistency, keep testing marketing tools and figure out which ones are working, and maybe stick with it with one particular domain and then expand on it. Yeah.
I love
So
it, man.
yeah.
I love it, dude. Man, I want to say once again, congrats. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for taking time to jump on to do this, giving back to the followers, to the viewer, man. And I want to say, dude, I look forward to seeing you at the top. Look forward to seeing you closing much more deals, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate the
Take care,
time and
bro. Yep.
opportunity to talk with you in person.
Take care, dude.
Take
Later.
care.
Yep. All right, you guys. So for those of you listen, if you're starting out, if you're struggling, you're still trying to figure it out. You're like, hey, Khang, I still haven't got my first deal done. I'm lost, I'm confused. I don't even know where to start. Here's what I've done for you. All right. Go to WTMclass.com. It's a free training that I created just for you to show you how to get started, how to get your first deal done. I'll share with you different strategies and different ways to find motivated seller, to find cash buyer. I also showing you some testimonial from people that actually have done it. So that way you're not just thinking it's me or, someone I brought on for an interview. Go to WTMclass.com. Check out this free training, no string attached. Take care. I wish you all the best. But remember, nothing works if you don't. Knowledge without execution is worthless, my friend. Until next time, take care and let's go get this money. Ciao.